doing things more immediately, filing 4 p.m. rather than, rather than 7 p.m., doing it at 3 a.m. or whatever, using audio and video. But actually, the biggest challenge for us is to develop much more of a two-way dialogue with our audience. This is not easy. We made a significant and really, really ambitious leap forward about 18 months ago with the launch of Comment is Free. It has changed the way we do comment. It's basically, some people call it a blog. It doesn't really matter. We have hundreds of contributors, thousands of comments coming in from users. To put it bluntly, when it's, to the old nursery rhyme, when it's good, it's very, very, very good, and when it's bad, it's horrid. And we have had to learn to deal with the sort of the level of engagement with users, and we are better as a result of it. And Georgina Henry, who was previously deputy editor, then focused on launching this, then has now gone executive editor right the way across all the comment pages. So she sees the two together, and what we're thinking is how we take comment forward and how we have a much, much greater level of engagement with our users to make something which is ultimately better rather than weaker. And this is a little softer, but it's simply as we do it a lot with travel. And actually this is one of the best examples where we've brought in readers' comments on a specific topic, and every week we take a slice of this. So people recommend destinations, places, anything they want in the world, and then we put a slice of it into the paper. So that's very good. A slight note of caution, though, on citizen journalism reports. This was something light and frothy that got picked up over the summer. We had a bit of shark fever in the UK over the summer. Someone allegedly spotted a great white shark off the Cornish coast. It was followed by days of excitement and tips on what to do if you encounter a great white shark off the Cornish coast. And of course, the main source, the photographic source, came from a local fisherman, as it said, a citizen. Of course, what we sort of ran the story a few weeks later, that in fact, there was a photo of a great white shark, but it had been taken while on a fishing trip in Cape Town. And he sent it in as a bit of a joke. And I think there is an issue here, and I know we're going to talk about this in the debate later, but everything we're pushing for, more sources, more information coming in, more immediacy, there is a constant tension between this and the quality of our output and the trust that's imbued in our brands and our organisation. And we have to tread very, very carefully down that line. As you might sense, I'm a reckless internet enthusiast, but I also know that everything we do online has credibility because of the trust that's imbued in the Guardian brand. And anything we do that damages that trust is ultimately counterproductive. And as I said, so we move from being a quality national newspaper. We start to see ourselves as, as the web. We start to see the podcasts, which actually most people don't even get on our site. We start to see, the blogs, and we start to see, the video we're producing. This is where we get this phrase, the world's leading liberal voice. And I think and what's interesting with this is this is starting to infiltrate its way. It's been very much a sort of a top-down thing. I described the process of evolution where often we'll innovate in a small corner and that will then spread through to the mainstream of the business. This, I think, was something we talked about as we started to talk about what our internet strategy was, and it's become very much a sort of actually suddenly being able, our owners, our editor, managing director, latching onto the future of the organisation, and this is starting to work its way all the way through the organisation. And I think it's very good. I think one of the critical things in all this change is to have